Well, hello there, folks, and welcome back to the Whisky Friend with me, Alan. New week, new video, brand new video. Guys, look at the big, massive grin on my face. I've got a wonderful whisky on the bar today. It's the recently released 2023 small batch Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength. It's sherried, it's nutty, and it's unpeated. Is it as good? You'll all know, guys, that last year the 2022 version was my whisky of the year. This one has big shoes to fill. Can it fill those shoes? Let's find out. Oh my. Cask strength, Bunnahabhain 12-year-old. Wonderful stuff. Small batch. I've really been looking forward to this one, guys. So I'm hoping to share this one with you now. I've picked it up a few days ago. I've spent the weekend with it. I've got it down, passed over the shoulder now. Got it in the glass. Got it covered up. Let's dive into it. I'm not going to mess around, guys. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to nose it, taste it, give a little bit of thoughts. You're probably going to ask me for a comparison later on against the last year's Bunnahabhain 12 or the 2021 Bunnahabhain 12. I'm purposely not going to do that today because I just want to give this whisky a chance on its own merits. And then what I will do, I will come back and I'll either do a live stream or I'll do a comparison between the 2022 and the 2023. So I'd love to do this one, but I just want to get this one out now and just give it purely on its merits, nothing side by side. Because, guys, it's batch variant, so it is going to be different. Previous two batches were very different. 2021 was much more toffeed, vanillaed. 2022 was much more a sherry bomb, dirty, dense, earthy, dunnied sherries. So I'm dying to share this one with you because as I say, I have spent a couple of days with it. So without any further ado, guys, I'm going to nose it, taste it. At the end, I'll do a wee bit of a kind of light for light, just to give you a quick overview, and then later on I'll do a comparison video. So let's get into this one. So on the nose, okay, right away, this is much brighter. It's fresh, it's bright, it's clean. If I remember, last year's one was a wee bit more dark, dense, dunnied, sherry, Oloroso. Colour-wise, this looks lighter as well in colour. This looks like maybe it's. I think last year's may have been first fill. This one doesn't look like that, but it's bright, clean, very floral, very fruity. Peaches, nectarines, a little bit of red fruit, maybe some red apple. Definitely some sherry influences, guys. Red fruit, apples, cherries. There's a little nip. This one is 60.1% ABV. I think last year's, if I remember, it was 56.6, if I remember right. Sure somebody will correct me in the chat or in the comments if I'm not. Yeah, it's not as spicy as I remember. Definitely there's some spice there, but I'm not too sure if it's the alcohol or it's the spice. Definitely sherry influences. It's nutty. Yeah, there's a little bit of cinnamon there. Maybe a little touch of clove, but it's toffeed. It's a little bit more like the 2021 batch. Soft vanillas, toffees. Wow, yeah, but it's very fruity, very peachy. But it's a lovely nose, guys. And yes, I'll come back to it later, but it is different to the 2022. But it's batch variant, which I'm very happy to have it in these different batches. Life would be boring, guys, if every batch came out and it all tasted the same. We'd love it to all be as good, but we would never need different batches. We would just buy the same bottle over and over and over. And as a comparison, guys, when I do the Glenallachie 10 cask strengths, I think we're up to batch 9 with those in a minute. They're starting to seem very similar. The beauty of these is all three of them have been very different, which I'm really glad they're doing that. But wow. Okay, so let's taste it, guys. Down the hatch. Responsibly, of course. 60.1, so I need to be careful with this. Okay, it's punchy, it's fizzy, sherbety almost. It's punchy, it's hot on arrival. It's definitely hotter than the previous batches because it's higher ABV. This is 60.1. As you can see, guys, I've dived straight in with water, which is usually something you don't see me do a lot of on the channel, but 60.1, guys, I feel to be responsible, we have to get some water in this. And I think I've tried it over the last few days, and it definitely benefits me some water. It takes some of the heat off, takes some of the aggression away. It's quite hot and punchy. Neat. It's listen, if you like your big, powerful 60% whiskies, then it's certainly that. It's big, it's powerful, it's punchy. There's a little bit of dry on arrival, and then it becomes that little bit of mouth-watering thing coming through. The sherry influences are definitely there, but for me, it's more vanilla than toffee. There's definitely a vanilla note going on, toffee note, soft toffee, but it's the characteristics of Bunna are there. So the Bunna characteristics are definitely still there. It's nutty. It's not quite as spicy as I remember it, but it's that the heat's still there from the ABV. Punchy, fruity, red fruits are there. The sherry influences are definitely there, but there's a real sweet. This is sweeter as well. I think it's the sweetest of the three batches. Soft toffee, raisins, boozed, covered raisins are there. A little bit of chocolate ahead into the finish. And yes, there's definitely some cinnamon and some clove there. But it's definitely a little bit of chocolate. Yeah, it's definitely, there's enough going on, guys. It's a complicated whiskey. And it's 100% very different to the 2022. So I've put some water in this, guys, because I want to just take some of the heat off it. And I think if I didn't put the water in it, you know what would happen? I'd get pished. So we don't want to get pished on camera. Wow. It becomes much sweeter again with the water. Real lovely sweetness. Floral. There's some spice coming through now. There's some cinnamon and clove definitely coming through now. Wow. There's a little bit of earthiness now with the water. I didn't get that without the water. It's a little bit earthy now, a little bit of dampness, a little bit of, not quite dunnage, but there's definitely a little kind of coastal, maybe a little coastal note with the water coming in there. But yeah, the spices come through now with the water on it. But it's definitely, let's have a quick sip. Okay. Now that's much more approachable without the water. The dryness is still there. It's now becoming spicy rather than just hot. Spicy, nutty. Definitely the toffee note is there, the vanillas, the toffees. Wow. I actually think I prefer it, guys, with the water. Without the water neat, it's just that wee bit too aggressive, too powerful, too hot. Not too powerful, but too hot and too punchy. The water definitely takes some of the edge, some of the heat off it. Very nice. Toffee, boozy raisins, maybe a bit of sultana, but there's that little earthy note. I think the batch 21 and 22 definitely had those earthy outdoor notes. This has got a wee bit more with water in it now. Wow. So, very nice, guys. So, £85. Here's the crutch. Let's dive into it a little bit now. £85. It's gradually been creeping up. I think I paid £70 for the first one, £75 for batch 2, and now £85 for batch 3. And I understand there's the cost of living's going on, prices going up, and it's just a fact of life. So this is £85. I've picked up a couple of bottles of it, so I've dived in, put my money in because I just love the whiskey. The batch variance is different. Let me try and give you a wee quick overview. 2021 was, toffeed, treacled, malty, nutty, floral. All of that stuff was going. Sherry-soaked fruits were going on in it. On the nose, on the palate, it was intense, it was spicy, it was punchy, it was nutty, cinnamon, clove, ginger, all that stuff was going on. The 2022 was dense, dark, dirty dunnage, dirty sherry bomb. For me, I think it was first fill sherry. Again, with that, I could be wrong. It was powerful, it's punchy. Don't get me wrong, guys. This 2023 is a big, big hitter. So if you like those big, powerful whiskies, this is definitely there. 2023 is different again now, so it's headed back to that kind of toffee, caramel, sweet vanillas, that thing. Don't get me wrong, guys. The sherries are still there. The thing that's in common is the Bunnahabhain character's still there. It's still nutty. It's still coastal. It's still got raisins, sultanas, boozy raisins, boozy sultanas. All that stuff's going on. So yes, to me, it's a batch strength whiskey, batch variant whiskey, and I'm glad that Bunnahabhain have made the decision to make them slightly different as they go on. The main bulk of the character's still there, but that each one has got a surprise for you. So when you go out and buy this, rather than be just expecting of it, you're going to get a surprise. So yeah, score-wise, guys, I think I scored if I remember right off memory, the 2021 I gave a 90 out of 100. The 2022 I gave it a 94. It ended up Whiskey of the Year. Probably scored them high in those days. This one is for me, it's slightly better than the 2021, which is, I'm going to give it a 91. For me, it's not quite as good as the 2022, but that's just for me, guys. I'm a big sherry guy. I'd probably say if you like ex-bourbon casks or you like refill casks, you might actually quite like this one if you're not into big sherry bombs. This is by no means, it's not a sherry bomb, guys. It's just got enough going on with it. It's complex. It's interesting. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you paid your 85 and you were expecting it to be the same as 2022, then you might be a little bit disappointed because it's not that. It's different. It's a different whiskey. All in all, it's fantastic stuff. It's a 91 out of 100, guys. So other than that, guys, I'm Alan. I'm the Whiskey Friend. As always, the pleasure is the sharing. Don't forget to send some great whiskey straight down the hatch. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, folks.